I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 191. Just a reminder before we start that you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. We appreciate all the love. Also, we are part of the Gaming Podcast Alliance. Check out all the fine podcasts featured on there, like Shart Select. If you're looking for more gaming goodness, head on over to www.gamingpodcastalliance.com. I'm your host, Dave Rotino, and this is my co-host, Dan, the podcaster formerly known as Classic Robinson.
What's going on, man?
Dan, it is November now. Halloween is over.
Halloween will never be over.
Oh, I wish. If it could be all year round, that'd be great.
Halloween is for like 90 days.
Well, you know what?
You get to dress up during Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
You get to dress up in Christmas.
I don't think my costume would go too over well at the Thanksgiving table. I'd be using my spear to pick up chicken. it'd be a nightmare. Or turkey. Yeah.
No, listen, you can just put a Santa Claus hat over yourself during Christmas.
There you go. I could be the holiday prisoner. For those of you who don't know what we are talking about, I dressed up for Halloween. You dressed up for Halloween. You
dressed up as Harry Potter. I never dressed up.
Right.
I was the ghetto Harry Potter.
We talked about that last week. I was very proud. I was very happy for you. Your costume was 100%. It was awesome. I dressed up as the prisoner from Dead Cells because I love doing esoteric costumes that nobody can like. You're that guy from that thing. It's like, you don't know who I am. People thought I was Astaroth from Soul Calibur. I was not.
I got to be honest. You told me you were doing somebody as Dead Cells, so that's how I knew.
Yeah.
But I would just been like, I don't know who you are.
Right, exactly.
I don't know who the hell you are. You're some crazy dude with sandals, and it's like cold as hell outside.
Well, I won the Halloween costume contest at work, so that vindicated me. It made me feel real good. Got a nice Amazon gift card out of it, so I'm doing a dance right now.
Okay.
But also, Dan, Halloween is behind us. That means October is over, and that means we have a winner of our October contest. Congratulations to JOdens1 on Instagram. We will follow up and get that game out to you. So, our November contest starts now, and we are giving away one copy of Jedi Fallen Order. Your choice for PS4 or Xbox One. The secret code this week is StarKiller. Send us that code via DM or private message on social media, or email us at info@ratedgforgamers.com for entry. Note that you can enter once per email. We'll be dropping codes all November long. Also, for an additional entry, head on over to our Twitter at RatedGforGamers. And like our contest post, retweet and make sure you are following us. Good luck to everyone who enters.
You know what we should have as the next prize?
What's that?
Tickets to see Sonic the movie.
Oh boy. You mean the movie that got delayed until next year? You mean the movie that had so much fan backlash that they had to redesign the Sonic character?
Yeah, exactly.
That Sonic movie?
Yeah,
okay.
that Sonic movie.
Okay.
Instead of winning like Marvel's Avengers on a PS4, Xbox One, you can win
2 tickets to see this movie at the theater of your choice. Oh boy.
Wait, who do you think? Do you think they would choose the movie, or do you think they would choose Avengers?
It's no contest.
I'm choosing Sonic.
You will be the only one in that theater.
Literally, I'm the only one in the theater.
Yeah.
Well, look, they made Sonic look better now, right? Yes. Everyone was in an outcry. I was against it because I said, this is the Sonic that the director,
Sonic of a new generation.
This is the Sonic of a new generation. This is the Sonic that the director hadn't envisioned when he wanted to make the movie without Sega's input, I assume, right? So this is, let's go, for better or worse. Let's go. It's coming out this holiday season. Because 2020 is stacked, movie-wise, music-wise, and video game-wise. It's stacked.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I was going to see this movie regardless because I was curious, and I love Jim Carrey. I was not a fan of the original Sonic. Or the original
Sonic
movie
design.
CG Sonic design.
Okay.
Right, and they put the trailer out, and everyone was just like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it looks that great. So now we have a new design, which I think, personally, I think looks a lot
we have a
better.
leak photo of a promotional thing that would be like in the movie theaters, and Sonic looks more like the traditional.
He looks like the
video
old
game
school
Sonic.
It looks like the old school, like Genesis style one, because
Yeah.
they did change his style. I think the Dreamcast kind of kicked off the new version of Sonic, right? That's why, like, when you look at Sonic Generations, there's like the two different Sonics side by side.
Yeah.
And they're both like different slightly, which is, very interesting. I don't know if it's going to bring a lot more people to see this movie.
I think it would bring a lot of older people, because there was a lot of older people who didn't like the design because it wasn't true to what they remember the Sonic to look like.
I mean, it's certainly like, oh yeah, this is what Sonic should be, but I still don't think they're going to see it. Like,
I think I'm not saying everyone this is going to blow Black Panther numbers out of the water or anything, but I think more people will go to see this movie.
You think it's going to blow Suicide Squad numbers out of the water?
I think it's going to be, well, actually, Suicide Squad sold well. I mean, it did well at the box office. It critically got panned.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Right. I think so. Suicide Squad just across the board, I think, sold pretty well.
Right.
I think Sonic. I think they could promote this movie out the wazoo. I think it would have did better if they would have had these revisions done in time to come out this holiday season.
They should have consulted Sega of America. Oh, Sega of America, I guess, because they're the ones that really pushed for Sonic, and said, "Hey, look, here's our sketches for this design," and they just would have been nope. Would have been shaking their heads.
I wasn't against. I'm not against. See, here's a different question. Mm-hmm. If you ask me if they, at the onset of this movie when they were making it and they gave me these two designs, the one that we saw the original time and this new revision, I would have picked the revision, hands down.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Because it's more accurate to, like, it just looks better, yeah.
But this movie was practically done. It was pretty much done. And, I'm sure they're going to do some polishing and stuff and more edits, but it was practically done, ready to come out this holiday season. Everybody went up in uproar. When they did the test screenings, did they not see this in the test screenings? Did people not say Sonic looks like weird in the test screenings?
I don't even know if they did test screenings like that.
I'm sure they. I mean, every movie has like a test, especially a movie like this.
Yeah.
So either they didn't listen to them or they didn't care.
Right.
Until they saw the big fan backlash online. I honestly though, like, I don't think this is their biggest problem. Their biggest problem is like the plot is just bananas. It just doesn't necessarily. I don't know. Like it's could be a fun movie. It could be like the Pokemon movie, which was a perfectly fine movie. It had a good plot. Still haven't seen it. I fell.
It's a fun movie.
It's
not a great movie, but it's a fun movie.
I fell asleep on it on the plane.
Oh my god.
I did.
You can't watch it. You got to watch it on the big screen. It's got a lot of awesome effects.
Well, I saw that X-Men movie, Phoenix, on a plane.
Yeah, but that was a terrible movie.
It wasn't that
You
bad.
knew it was bad going in.
No, it wasn't bad. I remember
It wasn't Avengers Endgame.
Oh, no,
which you would not want to see on a plane.
Well, if we saw
a second time, maybe.
If we saw it, early. If I had early screening, it was like you can only see it on the
No,
plane.
we're not talking about early screening.
You would have.
Ideally, you would want to watch it on the big screen.
I would want to watch everything on the big screen. But if I said, "Hey, Avengers Endgame, we can see the movie." We can get a early screening,
well,
but it's on the plane.
That's a different story.
We definitely would have been flying anywhere.
That's a different story. Yeah, I'd pay upwards of a couple $100 to fly across country to see that. Sure. So that's a different story.
All right, Dave. Let's just jump into video games, babe.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh. Nice.
We're a video game podcast.
Let's
just jump into it, Dave.
Our video game podcast. We were talking about the Sonic movie, which is video game related.
That's video game related, but that's a movie. Did you get any good pickups this week?
Did I get any good pickups? Yes, I did, Dan.
I'm a little jealous. Now that I know this, I'm going to go pick this up, too. This should be part of my pickups next week, guys.
So, you remember from your childhood, right? And yeah, I know you're going to say, I was like 29 when you were 2, which Yes, I'm an old man. Dan.
No.
I'm an old man by 2 years.
Stop it.
2 years.
Stop it. I wasn't 2. I was 5.
Ah, see, there it is. There it is.
I can walk
pushing that
and talk
fake narrative forward.
and use the
It's
bathroom.
fake news Robinson over here. Hashtag fake news Robinson. No. But seriously, you remember those old like handheld, like the Tiger Electronic ones, or the old electronic games that you had when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Right. Well, like pre Game Boy. Right? You had these like sports games, which was like all the rage. There was football and hockey and baseball. There's even a Star Wars one, which was really cool. I picked up the electronic handheld baseball, which is great. It's a 2-player game. It's head-to-head. You can pitch. You can bat. You can steal bases. It's crazy. It's a little like LED light-up thing. So I picked up that.
Oh, well, that's not the thing that I'm referring to.
No. We're getting to that. Don't worry. I'm saving the best for last. Okay. Picked up Hardball 3. Speaking of...
all right, I'm jealous of that. I wish that's going to be in my pickups next week.
Hardball 3 in box. All right, complete. Hardball 3 for the Super Nintendo. I have fond memories. Me and my brother have fond memories of playing the original Hardball on the Commodore 64 back in the day.
No idea what that game is.
Hardball? It's just baseball.
Okay.
It's baseball, straight up. And it was like really cool because like the camera was behind the pitcher, right? And you could choose what kind of pitches you wanted to throw out. And then as like the batter, obviously you could see the ball like coming towards you. And you have different like swing heights, and you could move the batter around. It's a very good game. Made by Accolade, I think, which isn't around anymore. RIP. Picked up The Division for PS4. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor for the PS4. Rise for the Xbox One. Your favorite game of all time?
Best game in Xbox One.
Yeah, I think everyone would disagree with you on that.
And then they don't know video games.
Apparently not.
They don't know video games.
Dragon's Dogma for the PS3. And the special edition of Hitman 2 for the PlayStation 4. Listen, if anyone's looking to pick up Hitman 2, or anyone wants to get the special edition, it is half price right now at GameStop.
Only at GameStop.
Only at GameStop right now, as far as I know, yeah.
No, I was actually looking, when you told me this, I was just looking at buying Hitman 2 because it was like $15 on Amazon.
Man. You gotta get the special edition.
I get the special edition.
Complete, man. So how about you, Dan? What did you pick up?
I didn't have that many pickups this week. Mm-hmm. I got it in the mail from Limited Run Games. Transistor on the PS4. Oh, fantastic game. I played that when it was like...
From the makers of Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion. Some people like Bastion better than Transistor. I would have to disagree with them. I like Transistor a little bit better than Bastion.
Hot take.
I played Transistor first, then Bastion. So maybe that's why I feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has love for their first. Yeah, for their first. Like, you know, like if you started off playing Super Mario World was your first Mario game, you would have nostalgia for that. You go, oh, this game is amazing, and it is. It is a fantastic game.
Yeah, but too bad I played Super Mario Brothers 3 before Super Mario World.
It's not what I was trying to get into. I was just making a comment.
Just making sure.
Just making a comment that the first game you play, there's a certain level of nostalgia for it.
Gotcha.
That's all.
All right, just making sure. Just making sure you're not trying to throw shade. That's what the kids say nowadays.
I'm not trying to throw shade down.
So I like Transistor. It was... I first played it when it was like free on PS Plus. Mm-hmm. Like a while ago, like years ago. So I actually played a lot of that game. I think, I could have sworn maybe I've talked about it early in some of the early episodes.
I think you have, yeah.
So I've been playing. So I have that. Mm-hmm. I picked up. Didn't know I was going to pick this up. I told myself I was going to wait, but it was there. I was there. It was there. I had money. I gave the money. So I picked it up. And that game is the Disney classics Aladdin and Lion King. I got it on the Switch.
Yeah.
I picked that up on the Switch.
Yeah. No shame in that, man. Those games are great.
Yeah, I was kind of going to wait. On buying that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you were going for the Switch version, it ain't going to be on sale anytime soon.
No, it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter. I could have picked it up for the Xbox. Funny enough, I was going to pick it up for the Xbox, but they didn't have any. Well, they didn't really have any copies. I didn't see any. I didn't ask. Maybe if I would have asked.
So you're saying the Xbox version is selling better than the Switch version?
I'm selling it probably. I'm saying I don't believe it came out on the Xbox because I don't see it anywhere.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it's sold out.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that one copy they got in, somebody bought it. Mm-hmm. So you're right.
It's still sold out.
Technically, you're right.
It's still sold out. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
And then I got the crown jewel. I got Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes.
Now, Dan, we're just gonna get right into it.
Oh,
we're just gonna get right into it,
as we always try to start the show, but epically fail.
Yes, and I'm gonna let you go first, and I'm gonna ask: have you been playing Luigi's Mansion 3, and do you enjoy it?
I have. Mm-hmm. And yes, I do enjoy it.
Nice.
It's definitely longer. It's like 17 floors in a hotel. So you're not really in a mansion. You're in a hotel.
Oh, well, that they already lied to me in the title.
It should have been Luigi's Hotel.
Yeah, but that's not the franchise.
Luigi's Hotel.
Okay.
All right. You know, I didn't beat the first two games. Mm-hmm. I don't have any nostalgia for the first one because I didn't play it on the GameCube when it came out.
Yeah,
I played it later on when I became a collector.
Sure. I actually still don't own that game to this day.
I own that game. I even own the remake. Well, not the remake. The
one for 3DS.
For 3DS.
Yeah. So, a little tangent story. When I was in college, so many years ago, and the GameCube was launching in 2001 alongside the Xbox, I had pre-ordered it at Electronics Boutique, and that was my former company. I was obviously in college in Brooklyn or whatever, right? So I couldn't work at that store, right? Because it was all the way out on Long Island, way out east. But I wanted to pre-order it, so they're like, "Look, we're doing a bundle thing, so you have to buy a controller, like an extra controller, and 3 games." And the system for like a price, it was $3 something or whatever it was, and I was like, it's perfectly fine. And of the 6 games that came out, I did not get Luigi's Mansion.
Oh my god!
No, well, I got Tony Hawk, I got Madden, which was and I got it,
choices.
And I got Super Monkey Ball. No,
another wrong choice.
No. Tony Hawk 3 was badass. Super Monkey Ball was amazing. That game is still great to this day. I did not get Luigi's Mansion. I did not get Star Wars. Rogue Squadron, I think? 2, maybe?
2 fantastic games.
Yeah, very good. And I forget what the other game was, a Wave Race. I think Blue Storm was the other one, which was like, it's all right.
No, I really dig Luigi's Mansion. And it's funny because when you first pop it in, it's like you all guys are going on a vacation. Toads, Mario, Princess, and then they get all trapped in a portrait.
And you have to go save them.
Sure. Right?
Yeah.
And early on, you could lose earlier on in a game, like the first... Not even level tutorial. You can lose
really
if you don't maneuver. Like King Boo is chasing you, and you have to maneuver around obstacles to jump into the chute to take you down to the basement so you can get away and start the journey. This is super first 5 minutes of the game,
right? And
if you trip or if you don't maneuver fast enough, he catches you, puts you in a portrait. Game over.
Oh no! Well, I'm assuming this happened to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I do that whole sequence all over again.
Right.
Oh no! Listen, it's fantastic. The puzzles are even more challenging. Luigi is super cool to use. I gotta say,
okay,
the name's still stupid, but it's super cool to use because you can't get into certain areas. He can go through the gate because he's goo. You just gotta make sure you don't touch the water.
Right, exactly. And then you probably disintegrate, right?
Yeah. And your first boss battle, or second boss battle with him, the boss is throwing water up in the air, and you gotta not only try to vacuum him and shock him, and everyone has a shield, right, or glasses, so you can't really shock them so they can stay still, so you can vacuum them, right? So you always gotta vacuum the shield or vacuum the glasses. Would throw something at them.
Right.
The guy's throwing water, so you got to make sure you duck the water. So some of the challenges are some of the puzzles are really challenging. Some of the bosses, I'm not saying they're easy because the first couple of bosses are kind of easy, but semi-challenging. I just like that whole dynamic if they throw water at you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you die, you get to just do it again. It's not like they start you back somewhere else or anything because you're Luigi.
Right at the boss again. Yeah,
you're Luigi, right? You're just slime. That's it.
Nice.
So I played that.
Okay.
I beat Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh. Now,
over the weekend.
Without spoiling anything, and you usually do this over Thanksgiving break.
I do, but I'm
curious what you're going to be playing now.
Probably Pokemon.
Probably Pokemon. You're not gonna play this all Thanksgiving break. I'm sorry.
Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how that goes.
I'll probably play Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
It's probably like a given. I'm gonna be playing and trying to beat Jedi Fallen Order that whole time.
Right.
I couldn't wait. Everyone kept talking about how divisive Call of Duty was. It's so serious and real, right? And some of the missions, they're not as intense as some of like the IGN staff made it out to be. I mean, they had. I feel
like you're heartless, Dan.
You know what it is. You know what it is. I guess out of context, right? Like out of context, if they were just to put this mission in front of me, I'd probably be like, kind of maybe like, oh my god. But I would assume that they're terrorists at some, right. But in context, they're terrorists, and you're sneaking into like a terrorist stronghold at night.
So there's going to be some casualties.
Well, they're going to be, they're going to have some of them going to have their families there. So
they're going to have
kids,
yeah.
Right, and you have to watch because sometimes like you get into a hospital. There's a mission where you're in a hospital.
Is this a spoiler?
Not spoiler.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you why you're there. I'm not going to tell you how to beat it or what this.
All right.
But you're in a hospital and you got people laying on beds.
Yeah, of course. Who may or may not be terrorists. You don't know.
The guy keeps flanking me from behind because I didn't know he was just playing possum. And I was like, all right, I know this guy is him. I'm going. I shoot the guy. Game over. Like friendly fire is not allowed. So I can't even shoot him when he's just laying down beforehand.
Right.
I got to make sure my reflexes where I turn around quick. Because you hear him talking, right? And you're like, who's talking? And you just get shot from behind. So you have to turn around really quick as he's talking and pulling the gun out. Like that's stupid. Who does that in real life? That's not really that real.
Yeah.
All right, and then I bam.
But you have to hit him when you know that he's the mark.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So well, it basically there's some other scenes where you have to, like in the hospital, you just have to make sure you watch your back.
Sure.
Don't assume everyone's sick. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially if you play on hard. I played on easy, and I got like one guy. And I actually went back and played on hard, and I got like 2 or 3. Right.
Nice. So I'm gonna get this game.
Get it for PS4.
I'm gonna get it for PS4. Actually.
You know why?
What's that?
Because if you get it for Xbox, it's gonna be load. It's gonna take like 2 days.
I know.
To download and install.
I don't know what's going on with all of that, but I'm gonna get it for PS4. There's some people.
You know what? I want you to get it on PS4 and tell me how long it takes you to install and play.
Okay, I will.
Because if it takes you less than 2 hours, I am 100% going to get this game on PS4 when it's like $10. Just so you know.
Sure. We'll see. But I mean, it's probably going to be half price for Black Friday. There's going to be a buy two get one or a buy one get one or whatever it is. So this is definitely coming to the mix for me.
So I've also been playing Outer Worlds.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Not my jam.
It's
not. It's not my jam. And I started playing Outer Worlds right after I beat Call of Duty, and that was the wrong thing to do.
Well, it's not a first-person shooter.
I know, but that's how I was trying to play it.
It's not though,
right? Because I just beat Call of Duty and I needed something else, and I was like, oh, Outer Worlds, I could shoot things, right? And I really kept trying to convince people to come with me and do it themselves.
Right.
Instead, I'm lying to people because you can lie to people apparently.
Yeah.
And listen, you got it. You could do this. And encourage them. No, you could kill the Marauders.
Well, you have to have the right stats to be able to convince people to do things, right? There's charm and intelligence skills, and you can lie and persuade and all that. Which like I thought all that stuff that you would be about, and it seems like you are, but like the fighting mechanics aren't the same. It's not run and gun first person shooter style.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can shoot things and
I
like
can,
this and that, but
I mean, like coming from Call of Duty when I'm like, just the cover system is fantastic. Aiming, just the whole shooting mechanics are like fantastic to Fallout style type of game, Outer Worlds, where like I'm missing every shot because he keeps hopping around left.
Well,
and right.
You're just a bad shot, Dan. That's all that means.
No, this game is not good. Shooting
you're just
mechanics.
a bad shot.
This game doesn't have the greatest shooting mechanics.
If you go as a precision dude, which is probably what you want to do. You want to be good with like small guns and long guns and all that stuff. You'll have a better time like shooting people, right? You need to build that character to be able to be good at those things, right? Because not everybody is.
And in Call of Duty, you have a team.
Yeah,
by myself.
You can get companions in the Outer Worlds.
Well,
sure.
I mean, no spoilers. I did get one person up front, but she was useless.
You have to build her up.
Oh,
she's got certain tech. She's got a certain skill set.
I don't have the patience to build anybody. If this was on PC back in the early '90s, I think I would have thought this game was fantastic. But Fallout's just not for me at this point in my life.
It's not Fallout.
It's Fallout. You know what? The people are coining this Fallout Worlds.
Yeah, well, because I mean, they're calling it Fallout Worlds because the devs who worked on Fallout New Vegas and the original Fallout games, who created the Fallout universe, also made the Outer Worlds. So yes,
just call this outer Fallout.
No, because like 3 and 4 are not great, but all the other ones are fantastic. Different. So all right, So
all right. So lastly, I've still been playing Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds on my 2DS.
Yep.
And I gotta say, I hate the fact. This is a game. Listen, game of grief. This is a slight game of grief.
Okay.
I hate the fact that when you lose all your items because you rent them. And it takes you all the way back to the shop. And it's like, yo, I was at the boss. I had one more hit, and I just didn't jump out in time. And it took me all the way. I lost all the items. That took me all the way back to the shop.
To be fair, you can, if you have enough coin, you can buy the item outright.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not really mad at that. This is. I mean, if they do a remaster of this for the Switch, which
it just came out, they may port it. Yeah.
Well, The Legend of Zelda: The Link Between Worlds didn't just come out. This was
a couple of years ago. Yeah. 2016, maybe.
It came out in 2013.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, maybe not like a full remaster like a Link's Awakening, but a port. Bring a port and then fix it. Do some tweaks. This is. I'm just mad that I have to go all the way. I have to traverse all the way back to the dungeon, and I gotta go through a little puzzle to get back to the boss. When it should just boot me outside. Right outside the dungeon with the guy there saying, "Hey, do you want to rent this or do you want to buy it?"
That would be a good quality of life update, and we'll get into that a little bit later because we do have a story about Nintendo and about some of that stuff.
Yeah, so that's my only grief with that. So what have you been playing?
Well, Dan, I am well into, and I was playing this before we got on the mics. I'm well into Dragon Quest XI. I am, I think, more than halfway through the game, and I'm in it to win it right now. I'm in it to win it.
How many hours you put into it so far?
40 hours. 40 hours.
Oh my god!
Because it's an RPG, man. I'm getting my money's worth. It's less than $2 per hour. So I think my enjoyment level is very high. The worth on the game very high.
Oh, just beat it already.
I'm working on it, man. It's a long game. I will admit, I spent most of the day yesterday gambling in the casino.
See? Well,
it was ridiculous because the prices are like insane. So like you can buy tokens to play in the casino, right? Because they have to like obscure everything. And I think it's like $100 gold pieces for one token, right? And if you want to get items, because you can trade the tokens in for like special items, the items start at like 500 tokens, right? Which is like, it's 500 times 100, so it's like what, like 50,000 gold pieces ideally to get this like one thing. It's insane. But I was there all day playing poker. It was crazy. So I spent I spent most of the day in the damn casino.
So you spent 40 hours playing a game, but like 30 hours about being in the casino.
Yeah, something like that.
So that doesn't count.
Look, if I'm having fun, I'm having fun. And that's actually what matters. Right. I have also been playing the Outer Worlds. I am
slightly different view than me.
I certainly do. I mean, and we talked about it a little bit, I think, on the last episode. I do think the graphics are a little bit dated. They need a little bit of polish. The facial animation's not that great. All right. That's like my thing about it. Like otherwise, I think the game is pretty good. I think the shooting mechanics, given the gameplay, is good. It's not a first-person shooter by any means. It is a action RPG game. And that's where you kind of have to come from it. You know, it's going to be doing a lot of things. It's not just like shooting. It's not just what Call of Duty is at the core, right? So I don't know. I'm having a pretty good time.
So I gotta listen. I can see. I can see the future. I can have my Miss Cleo, and for you young people out there,
Oh, Miss, call me now.
it's a horrible accent.
Yeah, no. It didn't sound like a Jamaican shaman.
She had those infomercials where she could tell you your future.
Oh my God, she's the best. She was the best.
My childhood, I tell you. I think on this segment next week,
Yeah.
we're both going to be playing Death Stranding.
Oh my God, of course. It's coming out on the 8th.
It's coming out.
You have it pre-ordered, yes?
I have not pre-ordered it.
You have not pre-ordered it?
I will buy
You
it.
got to get on that day.
I doubt it will be sold out like Aladdin.
Well,
Aladdin and Lion King for the Xbox One.
I wouldn't take anything to chance. I ordered mine through GameStop. It's coming on the 8th, which is next Friday.
Well,
super hyped for this.
Well, the review embargo was up on the 1st, and you said this last episode. I think it was last episode. You predicted that this would be one of our Game of the Year nominees.
Oh, it's my Game of the Year nominee. It is
my God!
It is my first Game of the Year nominee. All right, and I haven't even played this game yet. Yes, I know it sounds ridiculous and blasphemous. It is Kojima. Kojima is God. Okay. Love everything that he does.
God.
All right.
Well,
I am super hyped for this game.
In that vein, the reviews are just all over the place. Like this is kind of crazy. I don't think any big hype game has had reviews just all over the place like this game, right? And before anybody tells me No Man's Sky reviews were just all low across the board, right? These reviews are all over the place, from high to low, to super low. So I just want to start with IGN, just as an example. So IGN Japan scored this a 95. First of all, I didn't know IGN sort of segmented their reviews.
Sure.
To I guess.
Yeah, they're global.
Well, I thought it'd be one global review for the site, but
Right.
it's not. So it's IGN Japan gave it a 95. IGN Spain gave it 87. And I guess just IGN US, maybe?
Sure.
I don't know.
IGN.com, the main IGN.
Gave it a 67.
Right.
Keep this in perspective. The Order 1886 got a higher score
From certain outlets.
from IGN.
Okay.
The Order 1886
What
got a higher
70? I get a 70 out of there?
got a higher score than Death Stranding from IGN.
Right.
So
That's
by
fine.
so
Fine.
by so the Order 1886 is better than Death Stranding according to IGN America.
Okay, you guys can't see it right now. Dan is doing like cartwheels.
I am
in the office right now.
Did a
This is insane.
I almost fell.
I didn't know we had enough room to do that, but he is doing all sorts of gymnastics, proclaiming that if he had his way, it would be Game of the Year.
Every
the
year.
Order 1886.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I became an Order 1886 apologist for no reason.
So IGN just on its own is across the board, right?
Yeah. Well, IGN, just the main, I guess, site just gave it a 67.
Yeah, but like versus like Japan, which is gave it a 95, which is wildly different scores.
Yeah.
You know,
They
it's like a
enjoyed it little
mediocre
more.
game versus like Game of the Year potential.
Yeah. Almost perfect game.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's not 99.2.
Right.
95. Right? It scored just right under Breath of the Wild.
Right. What do the other outlets give it? I mean, that's that's the
GameSpot,
question.
I guess, could be considered like the second biggest, gaming outlet out there, or at least over here in the U.S. They gave it a 90. However, here's where things get interesting. Where GameSpot gave it a 90 and IGN gave it a 67. They both said sort of similar things in their written review as far as sort of the gameplay.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second, right?
Yeah, and it seems to be something that everyone's been complaining about. Game Informer gave it a 70. VGC gave it a 60, as low as a 60, but then EGM gave it a 100. Perfect score.
Right.
Right? And again, no matter what score you gave it, regardless if you gave it from 100 to 60, the gameplay seems to be sort of just like everyone's issue. Everyone's just calling this game boring. The traversing, I mean, they're even calling this a walking, running simulator.
Right. Right.
Right? I mean, there's no debate that this game is beautiful. Right? And there are certain shots where, okay, they make you walk, they make you run. just so you can see the world, right? In certain instances, okay. But if that's what you're doing 50% of the time, I can see how that could be a little bit boring.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like this game is not for everybody.
Well, before you finish, this game, and again, I haven't played it. We haven't got a review copy.
We haven't played it.
We haven't got a review copy. I'm going off of I've read like maybe 15 different reviews.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying not to read the reviews because I just want to go in.
You don't want to be,
I want to go in fresh, even though they're just telling you, like, here's what the game is about without trying to spoil it for you.
But they're saying this game is 50% traversing, walking simulator, a quarter movie, and then a quarter action. Right. So that seems to be a little weird. I have mixed feelings. Again, I said I wasn't going to pre-order this, and I probably wasn't going to buy this day one, even though now I am going to buy this day one.
You're curious to see what's
up. I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't know what this game was about. I didn't know what this game was going to be. And now it makes sense that we haven't seen much of the game because we did see all of the game. It's a lot of walking and traversing and pissing on mushrooms.
Yeah, well, there's I mean, you're everyone keeps saying that it's a walking simulator and whatnot, but that's not, like, you have to, like, so there's things like balancing your backpack, right, to keep yourself upright, right? So if you don't pack your backpack right, which is a common staple among, like, action RPG games or just standard RPG games, inventory management, right? They have it in Resident Evil. You only have so much space in your pack, right? You have to move things around and make things fit, right?
Yeah, but you get a visual, and this is like a visual backpacking, literally backpacking, where you have an item that's vertical, but all your other items are horizontal.
Yeah. It's the same in Resident Evil.
You have to reposition everything to fit.
Yeah, and like they've had that mechanic before, and people like really enjoy that. I think just that it's kind of bookended by, in Resident Evil's case, a lot of action. In like an RPG's case, like a lot of tactical combat, right? So I mean, you have that on top of that, right? So I don't think that element on its own is bad by any means, because they have done it before to success in games like Diablo. You have to orient your backpack and you can only carry certain things, and like people enjoy that. They're like, oh, this is awesome. It's a nice little reprieve from the action. But then there's not much else, right? You're kind of like running around, right? So I mean, I get it.
You're the postman. You're Kevin Costner.
Wow, deep cut.
You're going around just delivering packages.
I mean, sure, but I mean, like, people had the same complaints about like Red Dead, right? Red Dead, it takes you a good 5 to 10 minutes to get to the actual objective, right? So you talk to somebody, they say, hey, I need you to do this thing for me, or like, we need to go over here and do this heist and this and that. And it takes a while because the game world is huge.
Well, the difference between, say, like a Red Dead and the Breath of the Wild style games where you are sort of walking and traversing, right? Trying to just get anywhere where you can just go anywhere. Right, compared to what I see, again, I haven't played it, so what I see and read from this game is in those games, yes, you have to get on a horse and you have to travel to the next town, which may take you 5 minutes. But between town A and town B, there may be a robbery, there may be people shooting at you, or a damsel in distress, or a bear or wolves coming at you, or something like that, where you can stop and you can actually, do side quests on your way there, just like Zelda, where you have like little mob goblins coming at you or something like that, and you could get the treasure chest to get some coins, or you found the shrine on your way there. You didn't even know a shrine was going to be there,
right? And that's like
or a cork seed.
That's the genius of those games, is they let you experience things like on your own time. Like you can certainly say, like, I don't want to help this stranger out, or I don't want to go and do the shrine right now, and you can put a marker down and say, I'm going to come back later. And you got to find that on your own, right? I think you're right. It looks like Death Stranding doesn't have those bits. You're kind of just taking in the vista, and you're trying to like get to the next point, right? So who knows if we're going to resonate with that like gameplay mechanic, like the way it all kind of plays out. That's like really the big question mark right now. I feel like I may be about it, but again, I'm speculating.
And again, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going off for just other people's opinions,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my own. But if they would have had more action bits sort of in the world, you're traversing the world. It takes like 5 hours before you even get a car or a vehicle. It
is a slow build up to really kind of before the game starts kind of like ramping up.
If you had just action bits to where you have weird animals coming out, not like the aliens, like the BTs or whatever they called, they come around in the rain. So when it's water, and there are certain areas that are going to be sort of like Seattle, where it's going to be damp and rainy and drizzling, and they're going to be around to where it slows you down even more because now you can't breathe and you have to like hold your breath for a certain amount of time, and you have to sneak past them because like you don't get weapons to fight them until like 10 hours in a game or something. Someone said, right? But there should be other little bits where maybe there are little towns or like I don't know that I didn't really pay attention to the story because I don't want it to be spoiled for me.
Right.
But maybe there are little towns or maybe deserters or something just in the wild that you can interact with for good or bad.
Sure.
For good or bad.
Sure.
And that could have broke up some of the the boring bits that people said that they had just walking and running from one place to another with nothing in between.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see when this comes out. We'll have a little bit of hands-on with this game by the time we do the next episode. So, we can give you a better take on how we feel about the game, because I think we'll get a good idea whether we're going to complete this game or it's just going to sit on our shelves.
Or, Dave, you could just wait. I could play it on PS4, and you can just wait and play it in PC because it's coming to PC at some point in 2020.
Yeah, which is going to be insane because the game looks beautiful as it is, right? We've seen the in-game footage, we've seen the cutscenes, like everything is in-game engine. It's beautiful on the PS4. It'll be even better on the PC. I surprisingly won't get it for the PC because it probably won't run on my machine.
Well, it's weird. It's weird that they announced it now, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you announce like after the game's been out for a month.
Right. You do like Red Dead. Red Dead has been announced for the PC. And
because you don't want to slow sales down where people say, I'm just going to wait for it to come on the PC.
I don't think anyone's going to be doing that. Even if they're PC and PS4.
Wait for Jeff Keighley to announce this is the game of the year.
Oh, right?
The Game Awards.
Do it at the Game Awards. That would have been the best time to do it.
And guess what? Our video game, awards, Game of the Year, Kojima, and it's coming out the PC.
Right? Yeah. That's 100% what they should have done. But
you know what? No, have Conan O'Brien come out since he's in the game.
Oh my God, I know.
And say this game is coming to the PC.
Everyone's in this game.
I don't know what that means, but you guys seem to. Guys seem to know what that means.
Yeah, right.
That'd be funny.
It's gonna be like bananas to get this game to run. I'll tell you that. You're gonna need like the highest of the high end to play at any sort of decent detail because. My God, it looks beautiful. Same with like Red Dead. Red Dead's going to be.
So we went from leaks, where a reviewer said this is the greatest game he's ever played ever, to I think the lowest score this thing got on Metacritic was like a 34. Where someone said this was hard. Well, to quote you, right? Hot trash garbage.
Heart trash garbage.
Hot trash. I said hot.
Oh, hot trash garbage. Yeah. I have said that about games before.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
I'm just being honest, Dan.
So I don't think. The reviews I don't think have been ever so divisive for a big game like this that I can think of. It went from being the best game ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people that leak where the guy said this is the best game he's ever played, this generation, to hot trash garbage.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the outlets where these reviews are coming from, Dan. That's all I'm saying. Journalism requires a certain degree. It requires a degree, period, to be an actual journalist.
Well, I
right?
didn't use that. I didn't use that that low score in our review roundup. Because when I read the review, they had a lot of profanity.
Yeah. It's again like that's exactly what I'm saying. It wasn't a professional.
Like if you
review.
don't like the game, that's one thing.
Yes.
You can sort of express yourself without calling it something.
Yeah. Criticism is different than bashing a game, right?
Yeah.
They're two different things. Yeah. You can provide constructive criticism and say, I don't like this game for this reason, not it's hot trash garbage.
Yeah, we leave those phrases for Dave when he's wrong, when he says games are hot trash garbage.
Oh, was I? What was the game I was wrong about, Dan?
Fable.
Yeah, again, hot trash garbage.
No.
I have given you reasons. There were fundamental flaws in that game.
There
are fundamental flaws in that game.
And you're all wrong.
Okay.
But we're not going to get into it.
Again, no. Again, tell me why.
We're not going to get into it.
Tell me why. No, we're going to get into it right now. Tell me why the lady who gives you the quest right? Tell me why you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the game, talk to the quest master, activate the quest, then warp back to where the lady was to go kill the bandits that are in the cave, not 5 feet in front of her, to get her child back.
That's gameplay. I want to see if you
That's gameplay? Yeah, that's poor gameplay, Dan. And that's a fundamental flaw in the game, is because they built it incorrectly.
Just like if I lose all my items and stupid, link between worlds.
I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're not wrong there. Right. I'm just saying.
The game is not hot trash garbage. That gameplay mechanic right there is hot trash garbage.
But that's the whole core of the game. Every time you have a quest, you can only have one quest activated at the time. You have to go back to the quest master to activate the quest, and then go do the quest that's right next to that person. It's hot garbage. It's hot garbage.
All right, we're not gonna get into it.
We just did.
We're not gonna continue. We're not gonna continue. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a break. And when we get back, we're gonna get into the top gaming news of last week. And we're back. Let's get into the top gaming news of last week. Let's get in some good news.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Here it
good
comes.
News? I like good news. Everybody likes good news.
You know what, Dan? I will go down this road with you. I also like good news.
Okay.
What good news do you have for us this week?
Oh, Dave. PlayStation 4 is now officially eclipsed the Wii. It is now the second best-selling home console of all time, right behind the PS2.
Now, if I had one of those party horns, I would be blowing that party horn right now. All right, yay! Let's let off the streamers. I mean, that's great.
So the Wii was at like 100 something million, right?
Yep, I think it was like 101, 102,
something
maybe
like that. The PS4 has now eclipsed that at 102.8 million, which will skyrocket again if all the rumors are to say that Black Friday, this holiday season, is going to go down to $150.
It's not.
I think it's going to be $150.
It's half price.
I think it's going to go half price, baby.
I looked it up since last episode. The cheapest you could get it is like maybe $280. Right, which means that's like a half price.
It was $199 with Spider-Man last Black Friday. I think it'll be $150.
Yeah, but the average going price right now is, it may be like $200.
When the circulars officially come out, you're gonna be in the dark because
we'll see. But I mean, like for us as gamers, what does this mean? Like I'm not doing backflips or cartwheels over this. Like it's great, good on like Sony. I just want the infrastructure to be solid, and I want the games to be good. That's all I care about, right? Listen, the numbers will come.
The numbers, the more they sell, that just means we're going to get a PS5, PS6, and a PS7, a PS8, a PS9, a PS10. Wow. Okay? And Sony's betting on that too, because also they announced, well, they didn't really announce it, they patented patented the trademark, the PS6, PlayStation 6, PlayStation 7, PlayStation 8, PlayStation 9, PlayStation 10, which is mind-boggling that they didn't do that already. But
that's what I was saying when I looked at the story. It's like, why didn't they have it up until PlayStation 20? Well, how much does it cost to put out a trademark?
Well, you have to keep going. You have to keep rolling.
Oh, I see. Year after year.
You have to keep you have to keep re-upping that. That's
sure
not going to be cheap. However, I think after when they did the PlayStation 2, they trademarked all the way to PlayStation 4.
Right. So they were 2 generations ahead at that point.
Yeah. So now they're 6.
Now they're well, this isn't stopping anytime soon. So they don't have any plans to not call it the PlayStation 6.
Oh, thank God it's not. I told you.
Why would it ever be that?
I said I was right. I said it's going to be the PS5. Watch. It's not going to be a PlayStation Panther like some of the rumors. It's a PlayStation Ultimate.
Yeah. Congrats, Dan. You made the obvious prediction.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Switch Lite. Light switch. The obvious prediction.
It's not. It obviously wasn't that, so it wasn't an obvious prediction. It went with Switch Lite. It should have been the light switch.
You know what you had to do? You had to switch it around.
Oh, my God.
Switch the words around.
Listen. I'm just saying Nintendo made the wrong move in that case. They should have called it the light switch.
Whatever. Now we're gonna see
Their pun game is not on point.
You're gonna put all your your naming console skills to the test when we find out if Scarlet's really gonna be Scarlet. Oh, first of all, it's not gonna be named Scarlet. I think
Scarlet is the code name.
I know, but it wouldn't even. They did Scorpio. They did Xbox One X Scorpio Edition. Will they do a Scarlet Edition?
The Scorpio Edition is a nod to the the thing, but it is the Xbox One X.
But you think they'll do a
Scarlet Edition?
Scarlet Edition.
I mean,
that would be fun.
An Xbox Prime Scarlet Edition. Possibly, it's a neat name to call like a Day One Edition or whatever.
We're gonna see what it's gonna be called. But you think it's gonna be the Prime?
I would almost bet money on it. If there were like Vegas odds on what Xbox is going to call the next console, I would put money on the Prime. That's how certain I am that it just makes sense.
I think we have a Shake Shack bet on this.
I don't think we do.
I think we do. I
don't think we do because you're also in agreement on this that it'll be called the Xbox Prime.
I think that's a good guess.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But I'll take a Shake Shack bet on that.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I think we did. Everybody, go back and listen to the last 3 shows. I think we did a Shake Shack bet.
You're gonna put the onus on the fans to go back. We didn't do that.
I think we did. We made a Shake Shack bet about this.
We didn't.
I think we did.
Moving on.
All right. Because you just said you would put money on it, but you won't put a Shake Shack bet on it.
Yeah, I would go ahead and make Vegas odds on it.
All right, so put odds on this burger. Put burger odds. Nope. All right. I think we did. I'm gonna go back and listen.
Go ahead.
All right, so let's stick with PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I have never got PlayStation View. I was always curious to get it.
PlayStation View is their like streaming TV.
Well, it's their like TV streaming. Yeah. Well, it's their you can watch live TV from your PlayStation.
It's specifically live TV in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just cut. You can cut the cords. Well, it's weird because you can't really. You're cutting the cable cord, but you're not cutting the cord because you need a cord.
Need the internet. Yeah.
You still need a cord to go from the PlayStation to the TV. So technically, we're not cutting the cord.
It's semantics.
Semantics, yes. Uh-huh. So I was always curious. I actually wanted to get it. I mean, it was low as $20 a month, and you picked the channels you really want, right?
Out of what they have to offer, right?
Which were pretty good channels. I mean, that I would want.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have any sports though, right? Like that wasn't in the mix.
I don't think they had any sport. I think they had ESPN, but I don't think they had any like sports channels, dedicated sports channels where you could watch basketball, football.
You're definitely not going to have the NFL Network.
No, you're
probably not MSG and all that.
Well, I think you have the NFL Network with the app, NFL Network app on the PlayStation.
Right, but that's not part of the
through View. No.
Right.
I guess they didn't really have a big subscriber base. Again, I share a house with other people. Mm-hmm. And I pay the Verizon bill because I have other people who watch all these obscure channels that a View doesn't offer, and I would have to have a PlayStation on every TV to even use it.
Right.
So if it was just me by myself, I definitely would have cut the cord and used this.
Yeah.
But now it looks like they're cutting the cord on View. They're shutting down PlayStation View in January 2020. Mm-hmm. So people who have it, sorry, you're going to have to find another way to watch live TV if you're not going to use cable.
Well, thankfully, there's a number of different ways. Like Hulu has it. I think you can pay for that. You can watch live TV on there for an extra fee.
Why doesn't YouTube have it? This would just put YouTube over the top.
YouTube does have some sort of TV thing, I think. I don't think it's live, though. I'm not too sure. But there are ways, I think, to watch shows via YouTube.
I think this would be like a no-brainer if you had if you watch cable channels through YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like if they did this, they would wipe the map with like a lot of cable companies because I would just use this.
Oh, 100%. Well,
because YouTube is an app on like every TV, every smart TV. Well, it's not even smart TVs anymore because every TV is smart.
Yeah, everything. Right? You can't not get a smart TV.
Yeah.
You have to go out of your way to get a non-smart TV. It's like a smartphone. You have to go out of your way to get a flip phone, right?
Yeah. So I think this is like a no-brainer. Like slam dunk.
Yeah.
Home run.
Yeah.
For YouTube.
Yeah.
And yes, usually I give advice for free. This one isn't free, YouTube. You have to pay me for this.
Oh, even though you just gave it out on the podcast.
Yeah, they got to pay me for this.
It's not how that works, Dan. The idea's already
I'm taking them to court, baby.
Oh boy.
I put it out there first.
Dan's got the trademark on YouTube adding live TV. That doesn't even work.
YouTube Live TV.
You can't trademark an idea.
YouTube Live.
YouTube Live. They have YouTube Live already.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not for TV.
Oh, what is it?
It's just live streaming.
Oh.
You can say you're live now on YouTube.
YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing I did with their gaming network, like their YouTube gaming, which nobody uses. And I don't even know if it's a thing anymore, but they had it.
No, it's a thing. It's still a thing.
So it's still a thing, but nobody uses it.
Well, it's just that now when you watch like gaming like content, it's just under the umbrella of YouTube gaming,
right?
Automatically,
right? Yeah.
So when you go like because they redesigned their app for Xbox and TVs and the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah.
If you like go under recommended gaming, it's going from YouTube gaming.
I see. Interesting.
A little weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Big news of the week: BlizzCon.
That's right.
Will people go, or will people boycott it in solidarity and stay home?
No, people went. Apparently,
no, people went.
Yeah, by all accounts of the internet and pictures and coverage, people went.
What the whole debacle, how they handled the whole Chinese Hong Kong situation?
It's been like 2-3 weeks since that went down. You know, at the end of the day, people just want good product. If a company's going to deliver good product and they're not killing babies, like sure.
Well, they apologized when they opened up the whole live press conference thing. Yeah. They apologized for how they handled the China Hearthstone incident. I
mean, this was addressing the issue was definitely the way to go about it. They completely apologized for how they acted in this situation. They didn't completely reverse their decision because he still has like a 6-month ban, I think.
Yeah, but they gave him his prize money, which is...
He did get the prize money. He did get a reduced ban, but they didn't completely go back on it. But they did apologize for being so harsh and so quick to come to the table on it. So, like, obviously they realized, like, this was the wrong move to make. So I guess, like, the question here is this going to affect their bottom line, right? Because fans were like visibly upset a couple weeks ago about this Hearthstone thing, right?
Fans can be fickle.
Yeah.
And they were upset one moment, but then they gave them what they want at BlizzCon, and that is Diablo 4.
That's right.
Not right. Diablo Mobile 2.
Diablo Immortal.
Or Immortal 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Immortal period, because it never came out.
Well, Immortal, mobile, same. It's not. It's a mobile game.
It hasn't come out. Their website is still up. They still have trailers and all this stuff for it. Yeah. The game's not out yet.
But they have Diablo 4, which everyone's went crazy over.
Of course.
Because it's something that they've been wanting for a long time.
Well, the last time, I think Diablo 3 was like 2013, maybe 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
It's been a while. They had one expansion.
And people didn't really like Diablo 3, right? Because it was like different from the first two games.
Yeah, people were a little upset because it was a little bit more streamlined. The stats boiled down to like 3 major stats. There wasn't all this like crazy bonuses that you could get. The marketplace was a shit show, right? Because you could just take armor and just put it up there and sell it for gold. That was terrible. They completely overhauled the art style to be like more pastel colored. People were highly upset about that. All right, so people get crazy over like the smallest things. I thought it was great. I thought Diablo 3 was a really good game for all its shortcomings. Diablo 4, by all accounts, is going to be more like Diablo 2, I think, from the people that got to play it because they had playable demos there.
Yeah, but they were a little salty. A lot of security guards, at least, were a little salty over because they did have protests outside for the whole incident that happened with the Chinese protest. And Dreamcast guy, I don't know if you watched Dreamcast guy's videos. He said, he went out to the protesters and he was shaking their hands and just took a little video of like, what they want to say, what they had to say.
Sure, yeah.
And then
give him a voice, I guess.
Give him some of the voice. So when he went in to play Diablo 4. He said the security guards gave him a hard time because they thought maybe he was a protester because he was hanging with the protesters. They wanted to make him bring a camera in.
Right.
He had to shoot the video on his cell phone, which they eventually told him not. He had to shut that down. They took his cell phone away or something along those lines.
Right.
So, man, it's just a situation over there.
Also, on top of Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, which
that came out of nowhere.
Nobody expected the Overwatch 2. Right? There's going to be a brand new Overwatch game. They cut a brand new trailer, which I don't know if you saw it, but it looks awesome.
It looks good, but I still haven't played Overwatch.
Well, you did a little bit. You played like one round of it.
No, I haven't. I haven't played. I didn't play. I played Battle. I played Battleborn.
Oh, Battleborn, the horrible version of Overwatch, basically.
Yeah, I have both for Xbox.
Yeah, no. Battleborn's terrible. You're not going to like Overwatch 2 because it's all multiplayer, like 6v6, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Or 5v5 or whatever it is. I think it's a 6v6, I think. But they're gonna make some improvements to Overwatch 2, I think, by setting up specific roles. So you can only have you can only have 2 DPS guys. You can only have 2 support guys. You can only have 2 healer guys, right? To like balance the gameplay. Because if you don't have certain character types in the game, like you're not gonna have a fair fight when you're doing the head-to-head battles. But I mean, trailer looks charming. The Diablo 4 trailer looked charming in its own way, even though it's about the devil. But it looked like beautiful on both accounts. I think they're both going to be like super good games. So I'm pretty hype on both of these. We also got World of Warcraft Shadowlands announcement, which is great. That's a new expansion for World of Warcraft, which is over. Jesus, it's almost like 20 years old, right? Actually,
is it?
15. 20? It's 15 years old this year.
Wow.
Yep, and it's still going, and they got more expansions. They do like one every 2 years, typically. So Shadowlands is the newest one after Legion, I think. It's not my jam anymore, so I'm not going to actually play it, which is fine. But fans seem like pretty hype about it. And then finally, speaking of Hearthstone, we got the next Hearthstone expansion and Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which is a new variant on Hearthstone, which is like an 8-player auto battle. So I guess you set up like your cards and whatever, and then you pit people to go head to head. However many head to heads that is, 8 times over, I guess, and you do this big battle royale thing, I think. Not really sure about the particulars, but it is new, which is kind of nice. So, we'll see how that rolls out and what fan reception is to that, and we'll see when all of this stuff comes out, because Blizzard is notorious for we'll ship it when it's ready type situation.
What do you think Diablo 4 is going to come out?
I mean, even though they had a playable demo now, I initially was like, oh yeah, next year, and then I forgot, and it's Blizzard, so I would say like 2021.
Wow.
I'd say 2021. Oh, that is not surprising.
You don't think? Do you think it'll be on Switch?
No.
You don't think it'll be
this is going to be PC and probably Xbox and PlayStation, whatever the latest version is that's out, and eventually it'll come to the Switch. But yeah, because I mean, Diablo again, like Diablo 3 was 2013, and the Switch version didn't come out till last year, 2018, right? Or was it even this year? I think it was. No, the
Switch came out. It came out this year because I bought it this year.
Okay, so 6 years after the original one came out, we got the Switch version. So it's going to be a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit.
Do you think Activision Blizzard would be named one of the worst companies out there? Like EA was. Now because of because of the whole Hong Kong China incident.
Yeah, top 5, definitely in the top 5.
Top 5,
definitely in the top 5.
EA was like the worst company for like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Oh, at least.
And then I forgot what company took the number 1 spot. They were still number 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like right there. They were
still right there, right? And EA still pisses people off because they don't put enough games out on the Switch.
Right. No, there's almost nothing. They only put there's 5 games and 3 of them are FIFA that are on the Switch.
But they're doing something good for a change.
It's a pretty surprising.
They canceled NBA Live 20 because they have plans to put it on next gen.
Yeah, I mean it got delayed, and then they eventually said we're gonna go ahead and hold off to retool.
I mean, they weren't gonna sell that much anyway, and 2K has been like killing it. But 2K
they've been dunking on the competition.
Yeah, but the 2K issue now is that microtransactions in the game.
Yep.
It's just gotten ridiculous. So I think if they can come back with good gameplay mechanics and put it on a Switch without having a huge download.
No.
All right. is make it graphically different than the Xbox One and the Xbox Prime and PlayStation 5 at this point, right?
Right, it's going to be next year. Yeah. Well, they'll also put it on previous gen consoles.
Yeah, because they're going to make money from that too.
Yeah.
I think they can make a killing. Mm-hmm. Right. So.
Well, so you're the big basketball guy. I mean, far more than I am. Like, I haven't played an actual basketball game since maybe a Live 14 or 2K14. So it's been a while. What do you think they could do to, get back in the game? I
got to be honest, I haven't even played a Live in years. I played a demo.
Sure.
And I got to tell you, again, I told you my biggest gripe with playing 2K, NBA, and 2K games. It's just the automatic pick.
Oh, yeah.
They had that for so many years, and they took that away and made it sort of where if you wanted to do a pick, you had to make it a play. Now, I haven't played the new 2K game this year.
Right, 2K20, yeah.
So I don't know if they brought it back. Mm-hmm. But that was my biggest gripe. And that's what sort of got me out of playing the 2K games. Mm-hmm. Like, just easy call for a pick.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So you'd hit like a button, the guy would move in a position, and then it would just kind of play.
If you don't know what a pick is, just I'll give you the short version.
Fans. Yeah.
I'll give you the short version. Mm-hmm. You have the ball. Mm-hmm. You have the defender in front of you.
Yep.
Right. You call for a pick. The guy is going to come to the side of the defender, sort of block him as you try to go around him.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you're kind of like playing defense, and then you can go in and make the move.
Yeah, right. So I can make a move where I can have the guy sort of block me like a linebacker, right, for a second so I can get an open shot, or I could take it to the hole. Mm-hmm. And it was easy where you would just call for the pick. The guy would just come in, shrug his shoulders, and stand there like a statue.
And then you can get around.
And then I can run around him, and the defender, who doesn't really see him, he sees him in peripheral, but he's not really seeing him because he's to the side, right or left, right? He's in the way of... He's getting in the way of him. He's getting in the way of him to defending me.
Right. So he can't go left, but you can go left, right?
I can go left.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or right. Left or right.
Sure.
So they took that away, automatic pick, and you have to call a play. And that's what got me kind of salty, and I stopped playing it as diehard of a fan as I was for so many years.
So I guess kind of what you're saying in a way is that EA with the NBA Live needs to get back to fundamentals. They need to work on the on-court experience, right?
Yes, I don't give a shit. I don't give two shits about the career mode. I don't want to build a player.
That's fair.
I'm happy that they have it.
Because if you don't have like a core mechanic in the game, you don't have a good core mechanics. If your ball skills on the court aren't good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think maybe we'll see a stripped-down version of NBA Live 2K21 or 2021.
Just downgrade the graphic. They had it on PSP.
I know.
They had Live on the PSP.
I know.
That was like one of the first 5 games I played on the PSP when it came out.
I can't wait for like next-gen visuals with sports titles. Like, talking about FIFA just a couple minutes ago, it's going to be insane. Because like when they moved to next-gen consoles, like the fabric on the shirts, the way they like moved was like, oh my God, this is insane, right? Like the pitch was completely detailed. All of the audience members were all 3D rendered. Like all that stuff was great. And the presentation has just been getting better and better. So that's what I'm excited about, right? I want to see the sweat droplets on Kobe's face.
You want to see the... Well, I hate to tell you, Kobe's retired, so you don't see...
All right, fine. King James, all right? I want to see the sweat droplets on King James,
You want to see the sweat droplets on King James.
Right?
I don't even care about that. I just want to have just fundamentally a good ball... Like a good, fundamentally, when I have good mechanics to play ball.
Right.
That's all.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's like the heart of it.
And give me more control over like, just give me more control over sort of the play calling and stuff like that, and substituting. That's all. That's all I want.
All right.
But they did say that they were looking at putting out more Switch games. We'll see how that goes.
Right.
But when I heard that, I thought they were going to look to put more of their lesser known titles, maybe the indie titles that they sort of because they do EA for all the bad things they do. They have a program where they have like indie games like Unravel 2, and what was the game that we played?
Faye. Well, Faye is the other one that I was going to say. Like Unravel 2 is on Switch and Faye is on Switch.
No, A Way Out, right? I think that was that EA indie program, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So games like that, I think they're gonna start to put out.
A Way Out would be like perfect on the Switch if it's not already, and it's not.
It's not. No, but it would be perfect on the Switch.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, the only issue with The Way Out being on the Switch is that I can't play with the Duke controller.
Oh my God.
It was great. I played that whole game with the Duke controller.
I know. You slogged through in a way. I don't know why you
Shut
put
up.
that.
Putting out games on the Switch, but does the Switch need more games? Because we're now Nintendo said that we're going to get more 3DS franchises on the Switch.
This is as long as this doesn't take away resources from new titles, new franchise, sequels, new IP. 100% on board. Bring over whatever's left on the 3DS.
Well, we got Fire Emblem. Right? That's been on the 3DS for the longest. I mean, I know the original Fire Emblem came out on GameCube, but we haven't really had a Fire Emblem like
GBA even too.
Really, yeah. So that's that could come to the Switch. We got that. We got. I know people were mad at Luigi's Mansion. The original was ported to 3DS and not the Switch. But what's the Switch? Oh, Pokemon. Let's Go Pokemon Go.
There's a ton of Pokemon games they could put out on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
3DS has a bunch. Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, I think, and a couple other ones. Maybe like X and Y 2, I think were 3DS.
Give me a new top-down Zelda game. A new top-down Zelda game. I mean, Nintendo's always had two teams working on console games, working on the handheld games. And now that they don't have a sort of successor to the 3DS, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Everything is in one. I think we can get Breath of the Wild and we can get a top-down Zelda game because we're getting Zelda 2, but they want a Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, but they want to annualize Zelda. Last year, I think they said they wanted to try to annualize Zelda.
Oh, sure.
Maybe not every year, but every other year. And I can see us having next year maybe a 2D Zelda game, right? Because
I would love
Link's Awakening did so well.
Yeah, because Breath of the Wild 2 is not next year. It's maybe the year after.
Maybe the year after.
Yeah. Which, when it's done, it's done. That's perfectly fine. I would like Phoenix Wright, Professor Layton, maybe. Bring those over to the Switch. Turn them into like fully 3D adventures, just like graphic wise. Yeah. Kid Icarus, I mean, come on now. Kid Icarus Uprising was like 2012, 2011. It's been a while.
Nice.
I need a new Kid Icarus now.
All right, you need a new Kid Icarus, even though they only made like 2 Kid Icarus.
They made 3. Thank you very much. There was a Game Boy.
It was the Game Boy. I forgot about
Everyone
that one.
Forgets about.
I'm sorry. Everyone forgets about that one because it was forgettable.
It was great actually. It was.
Subjective.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
I have it.
It's just like the original, except on the Game Boy.
I finally hit 3,200 games.
Nice.
Congrats. Well, I'm over 3,200 games now.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. I don't know where you put it. I don't know where you put them all.
My PS4 games are overflowing.
I know.
Actually, I don't know. I can't even double stack. I can't double stack them anymore. PS4 games are just overflowing.
Right.
Well, I always like to try to end with a good note, but this isn't really good. But this is sort of a follow-up to what we talked about a few weeks ago when the guy who did the swatting, someone died. I think it was in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. The person, because they got the address wrong, so it wasn't even a guy that they were trying to get swatted. It was another. It was just a random person who died, and we talked about the guy who actually did the swatting got like 20 years or something like that.
Right. This was the whole Call of Duty incident. Yeah. People were goading him, come at me, come at me, come at me. And he called in a SWAT.
Well, he called somebody else to do the SWAT.
Right.
And that guy did the SWAT.
And they got it wrong.
And that guy got 20-something years. The guy who told him to call in for the SWAT got like 3 years. No, he got a few months. And I said, you need to get at least 3 years.
Right.
Right? Just because we have to stop this.
And now it's happened yet again.
Still not. I mean, and luckily no one died in this instance, but it was a kid who was playing Fortnite of all. This is a teenage Fortnite pro guy. Like so this guy is a really good Fortnite player.
Cody Clicks Conrad, right?
We'll say that 10 times fast.
I have no clue who he is, but he's definitely a Fortnite streamer. He was on stream and he's playing the game and doing what he's doing, and he goes, yeah, hold on a minute, I'm being swatted, right? And you can hear in the background his parents are like, yeah, Cody, the cops are here. And just very nonchalantly, he pauses the game and he's like, yeah, I got to go. I'm being swatted right now, right? Luckily, nobody died, like you said, Dan, which, was good. So it's fine. Funny enough, he got the Snapchat of the officer because he explained, hey, I'm a Fortnite streamer, this and that. Somebody must have called in a prank or whatever. Luckily nothing went down. Thankfully, this could have ended badly, like the whole Call of Duty experience, right? Where like somebody died for no reason whatsoever. Like that's terrible, And swatting, I don't even know why it's a thing. People do it all the time, right? Like, it's not just in video games. People call in these pranks all the time. Like, there's some stuff going down at such and such house. And the SWAT team literally shows up at somebody's house. This person doesn't know, or this family doesn't know, like, what's going down. Like, that's terrible. Like, how is this a thing? Why are people allowed to do this in, like, 2019?
Well, they need to stop it. That's why I said I was so mad when he got a few months. I think he got like a year. He needed to get at least 3 to 5 years, and maybe he could be out on probation or something along those lines. But that would stop. That would deter people, especially kids who think, I can just swat it and it's nothing.
You gotta set an example, especially since like somebody died from this, right? Like you can't just take that lightly. It's sad, Like hopefully this is the last of this, regarding gaming and whatnot. We fear that it's not, so But anyway, I mean, that's it is what it is, and thankfully everyone's okay from it. And on that note, we're going to end episode 191. It is slightly a somber note, but you guys can take solace that you have a chance to win one copy of Jedi Fallen Order for the PS4 or the Xbox One. We just kicked off our new contest, and we dropped the code earlier in the episode, so if you missed it, go back and take a listen there. You can DM us, private message, or email us at info@ratedgforgamers.com, the code for entry. Also, you can head over to our Twitter at ratedgforgamers.com, where you can like our tweet, make sure that you are following us, and retweet that tweet for an additional entry. If you want to interact with us, and we know that you do, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. So please listen, like, rate, review, and subscribe. And as always,
keep gaming.